Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first webinar in our fall series here at the UDC Library, What the Library Offers. My name is Megan Kowalski, and I'm going to be walking you through an orientation of everything the UDC Library has to offer you. This session is being recorded, and the recording will be posted to our YouTube this afternoon, and everyone who registered will get a link. We will have time for questions at the end, both recorded and unrecorded, but if any questions come up during this session, please go ahead and drop them in the chat. I'll keep an eye on that and answer them as they come in. So first things first, here are our hours. The UDC Library has two locations. The Van Ness location is Building 39, Level B, and the fall semester hours are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are open on Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and we are closed on Sunday. The Lamond Riggs location is on the second floor. It is room number 225, right across from the elevators. It is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And like the main campus library, it is also closed on Sunday. So I wanted to give a quick look at our Lamont Riggs location. And this is, as I mentioned just a second ago, this is on the second floor of the building, the Lamont Riggs campus. It provides group study space. There are individual study carrels with computers. Most of those are PCs. We are getting a Mac set up there as we speak. There is some lounge seating, a small collection of books that can be checked out, and printing, copying, and scanning. Our Van Ness space is our flagship location. It was renovated and opened in August of 2024. So we've been there for just over a year, and we've made some small changes since we opened, but everything I'm going to talk about is available to you. We have group study space. We have individual study carrels, both with computers and without computers. We also have abundant lounge seating throughout the area and lots and lots and lots of books. Our Van Ness location also has study rooms, and these are available on a first come, first serve basis. And you can reserve a study room by walking up to any service desk, and we can book you into a room if it is available for 2 hours at a time. You're welcome to stay longer than 2 hours as long as someone else is not waiting to use the space. We have group study rooms, and there are 2 of these. They fit 6 to 8 people, but you do need a minimum of 2 people to book. We will put a solo user in there if all of our individual study rooms are booked. However, they will be asked to leave if a group does come along. Speaking of our individual study rooms, we have 4 of these, and these can fit 1 to 2 people. These spaces are equipped with desks, chairs, and the group study rooms also have couches. And every single room has an outlet in case you come with a device that needs to be plugged in. Also at the Van Ness location is our family-friendly study room. It has an adult workstation. We are working on getting a Mac in there as well. But on top of the adult workstation, we have abundant stuff to keep the kiddos occupied. There is a well-stocked bookcase, a small collection of toys, and these are non-noise-making toys. We have coloring supply, an activity center, a kid-size table and chairs, and beanbag chairs. And this space is mostly good for kids the age of 2 to 9 years old. However, there are also outlets if you come with an older kid, and we are working on getting a pack and play for those who have kids under the age of 1 and want their kiddo to have some place to rest. This space also has couches, and it's located right next to a bunch of our windows looking out towards the rain garden. So we know just from our user experience that the kids do love this space. It is also located next to the bathrooms. And in those bathrooms, both the women's room and the men's room, there is a step stool to help kids reach the sink to wash their hands. Both of our library locations have computers, both PCs and Macs. There is Wi-Fi throughout the space, and this is the UDC Wi-Fi. So once you are logged on once, it will remember it no matter what campus you're on. Both places have printing, photocopying, and scanning, and these are free services, although we do ask that you limit your printing to 50 pages a day just to not overwhelm our machines and cause a line to be there. Both locations, both Van Ness and Lamondriggs, have an accessible workstation that comes with specialty software for those who might need screen magnification or screen readers. That said, all of our software has the built-in Microsoft Office accessibility components that are available. We also have hearing aid compatible headsets that can be used at any computer. The software available on our computers include the Microsoft Office suite that you access using your UDC login, Audacity, which is an audio editing software, SPSS, which is a statistical analysis software, Lockdown Browser, which is built into Blackboard if you need to take tests using Lockdown Browser, that is available there, and Speech Filling System. For security reasons, other software may not be downloaded to our computers, but if you need a specific software, please ask one of our librarians or staff members. We may be able to suggest an alternative that does not need to be downloaded, or we can direct you to the Office of Information Technology, where you can request a license be added for additional software. Access Services is our service desk where you can request and check out books. It is also where you can pick up books requested through CLS or Consortium Loan Service and Interlibrary Loan. CLS is where we can get books from 9 member universities of the Washington Research Library Consortium, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later. And these are local universities in the DMV area, and we share our print collections, and those books are delivered Monday through Friday once a day to the UDC library, and this is a free service. Interlibrary Loan is where we can get books and articles from all over the world. And there's a platform for doing this built into your library account to request these materials. The return time on articles tends to be less than 48 hours. Books, it depends on where they're coming from, since they do have to go through the mail, and that can be anywhere from 3 days to 2 weeks, depending on where the book is coming from. Within the library, we have different kinds of print collections. And when I say print collections, I specifically mean physical books. We have a small reserves collection, and these are items held at the circulation desk under a 2-hour loan. Usually, these are materials assigned in courses, and the faculty member has requested that the book be put on reserve. And so you can check out that book from the circulation desk for 2 hours at a time. And during that time, you can read it, scan it, copy it, whatever you need to do. And if no one else is waiting for it, you can go ahead and extend your loan. This is where some textbooks are. Unfortunately, the library cannot provide every single textbook taught at the university, but we do try to purchase those textbooks that are in the high enrollment classes. We also have our reference collections, and these items do not circulate. They include things like dictionaries, thesauruses, handbooks, and they tend to be broad subject matter or explain, basic concepts in a field of study. The vast majority of our books are our general collections, and this is essentially everything else in the library. These books can be checked out and taken home, and for students, that checkout time is 6 weeks, and you can renew the materials. For faculty, your checkout time, I believe, is 1 semester, if not entire year. We also have our Firebird Book Nook, and this is our free leisure reading collection, and it sort of operates like a little free library. You take what you want, leave what you want. There's all sorts of things here: nonfiction, fiction, romance novels, graphic novels, poetry, whatever people drop off. That is what is available there. And this is located in the lounge area of Building 38, Level B, also known as more of the CAL side of the library. Our reference librarians are here to support you in any way that we can, and there are reference librarians at both Van Ness and Lamondriggs, so we are available in person. We also have an online chat service that is staffed by live librarians, live UDC librarians, not bots, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can also email us at ask@udc.libanswers.com. And when you send an email to this address, you don't get just me, you get every single reference librarian, and we do check this on nights and weekends. The phone numbers for the reference desk are on the screen. They are also available on our website. We also offer appointments both online and in person, and online appointments are done over Zoom unless you prefer Microsoft Teams, and we can set that up as well. And when you set up an appointment, if you're meeting with us online, we will send you a link as well as reminders, just so you know where to go and all of that. And while we do have an appointment scheduler with preset times where you can pick your librarian and pick your time, if none of the time or availability works for your schedule, just send us an email and we will be happy to set up an appointment with you in the evening or on Saturdays or Sundays. We have done that before. We want to work with your schedule. Our reference librarians can provide all sorts of help, and some of the things we can provide include getting started. Sometimes the hardest part of doing research is simply trying to figure out where to go and what question you're trying to answer, and we can help you get started. We can also help you find sources and other kinds of information. It does not have to be related to an assignment you're working on. I can't tell you how many times I've helped people figure out what they needed to bring to the DMV. So, we are happy to help you with any sort of question you might have. And now, as we've seen, the internet is full of AI. We can help you evaluate sources to know not only is this piece of information you found true, but is it useful in what you need it to do? We can also help you cite those sources, and essentially, we are here to answer any question you may have. And if we do not know the answer, we will point you in the direction of someone who does. We get asked so many things. We know quite a bit about the university, so we tend to know which offices handle which types of projects. Our website is available 24/7, both on campus and off campus, and it is the access point for both information about the library as well as where you access all of our digital collections. And so you can access this, from the classroom, from the library, or from the comfort of your own home, and it is mobile friendly. It's hard to do research on the phone, but you can do that. It is possible. And the web address for that is udc.libguides.com. Or if you Google UDC Library, we are the very first thing that comes up. We are also listed under the quick links in My UDC. And not only do you have access to information about the library as well as all of the databases available to you, we also have a robust frequently asked questions page if you prefer to search that, and that is keyword searchable as well. And I'll be doing a quick demo of the website towards the end of this session. On our website, we also have research guides, and this is because research can get kind of complicated, and we want you to be able to have the best places to start right at your fingertips without having to ask a librarian if you want. And so we have subject help guides, and these guides cover every single major taught at the university, and each guide contains our recommended material for doing research in that specific area. And so these guides look at each subject, including recommended places to find articles, books, special research tips for that area. And then depending on the subject, we might also include career information, writing, or specialized resources. We also have help guides, and these guides provide information about research and using the library. And they cover topics like how to find articles, how to find books, evaluating sources, citations, and our brand new AI help guide. We also have course guides, and these are guides providing information dedicated to a specific class. And while not every course has its own guide, some faculty members have requested guides for their classes to be available for the semester, and that is what these are. Course guides are designed to be temporary. However, our IGED writing course guides, because those are taught every semester, that one is permanent. We also have topic guides, and these guides provide information on special topics or events. They often include our recommendations for library resources, along with information from the web. And an example of this is the Black Lives Matter guide or our guide on the freshman book series, because every freshman is assigned to read one book. We have a guide specifically supporting that program. The bulk of what you will want on our website, though, is our digital resources. And UDC Search is our shared catalog where you can find books, ebooks, and media, not just what is available to you at UDC, what is available through the WRLC Consortium. We subscribe or recommend over 250 digital databases, and these individual databases include articles, ebooks, newspapers, audio, video, and primary source material. You can also get access to open educational resources and archival material through these databases. We also provide relevant training on library and information skills, both synchronous and asynchronously, and everything is free. Library 101 is our self-paced tutorial program built into Blackboard. So if you are interested in learning more about the library or how to do research, we have a self-paced program you can go through with short modules. Each module should only take 2 to 8 minutes to complete, and there's a quiz at the end to test your knowledge. We also have a monthly subscription newsletter that you can sign up for, a YouTube account where we have short tutorial videos along with recordings of all of our past webinars. We are active on social media, including Instagram, Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. And we have a blog built into the homepage of our website that's updated several times a month. And as you are attending today, we have a series of webinars going all the time, and those you can sign up for on the library events page of our website. We are a member of the Washington Research Library Consortium, and this is 9 local universities, and we share print and some digital resources, and you can find those materials through our online catalog. And as I mentioned earlier, there is delivery to UDC, and that is free. And I just saw a question come in. If I require my students to complete Library 101, can I see who completes the course? And I'm going to say yes. Please go ahead and send me an email with your name so I can add you as a grader to the platform, and you will be able to search for your students by name to see what they have completed. And so contact me after this, and I'd be happy to set that up if you're not already built into that. The library also houses the university archives, and this contains the history of UDC and all of its predecessor institution. And it includes things like the papers of UDC alumni and faculty, photographs and prints, audiovisual material, and the university's memorabilia collection. My personal favorite is all of the yearbooks from the predecessor institutions because it's fun to flip through, seeing what was happening back in the 1950s. There's also a life-size cutout of former UDC President Mason that scares the big Jesus out of me every time I walk in there. But the UDC archives is available to you by appointment, and our archivist would be happy to work with you on any need you would have to use these collections. And so now I'm going to jump out of the slides briefly to do a quick demo of the website. And so here is the UDC Library's website. You'll see this little slide out box happened. This is our online chat. And when it looks like this is when we have a live librarian available to work with you. And this works just like any online chat program. And again, we are live UDC librarians. We are not bots, typos and all. I promise, you're not talking to AI there. If we are not available online, you'll either be prompted to send us an email, schedule an appointment, or search our frequently asked questions. Just going to slide that away. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I also want to point out here in our drop-down menu, our About Us tells more about the library and all of our locations and our policies. Research and Find is kind of our quick hit on how to do research and use the library. Our services list not just the services available at the library, but how our media desk can support you, our study rooms, what technology we have, and links to our webinars and tutorials. We have a dedicated faculty page where you can schedule library instruction, learn about research and funding, professional development, and designing research assignments. Again, our frequently asked questions are here. Contact us page includes how to get in touch with each of our departments, along with individual members of our staff and faculty. And your My Library account is where you go to see what books you have checked out, if you have any finds, if you need to renew materials, and it's also where you can access interlibrary loan. Scrolling down and going down the side here, our Contact Us box is everything you could possibly want to contact us, including our email. You can open another chat window where you can schedule an appointment. If you're a faculty member, how you can request library instruction. Our hours are updated daily here automatically, so you'll always know what we have going on. And under our quick links, a couple of things I want to point out is our library events are where you can go to find out our upcoming webinars and in-person events. Our library newsletter is where you can go ahead and sign up for our monthly email newsletter. We also have categories where you can sign up to learn about if we get new resources, along with finding out about our upcoming webinars. And here are our research guides, those guides I mentioned earlier. Again, we have one for every single program taught at the university. We also have a page of student support services, and this is where we've rounded up an index of all the support services available to students at the university and a couple of recommended off-campus resources as well. Scrolling down here, you'll see, again, our contact information and links to our social media. News and events is our blog, and this is updated 3 to 4 times a month, usually on Wednesdays. We have a rotating, promotional material here and UDC search. This is the power area of the library's website. You can go ahead and search in this box, and that is where you will find not just what's available to you at UDC, but what is available to you from all of the other WRLC schools. UDC search is also the only place you will find print books. So if you prefer those hard copy books, this is the only location you will go. Our A to Z list, however, is probably where you're going to spend most of the time on our website. And this is where we list all of the databases we recommend or we have paid for subscriptions to. And we highlight our new and trial databases at the top. If you're not sure where to start, click on this yellow link and it's our top 10 most popular or recommended databases. But we also have here the subject drop-down menu where you can narrow down the databases by specific subjects. So then you won't have to weed through all 200. You'll be able to figure out, okay, if I'm in the social and behavioral sciences, this is where I go. You can also narrow down by type. And this is where we've sorted out if you're only looking for specific kinds of resources, like say you only want newspapers or you only want video, that's how you can narrow things down that way by simply picking your option and clicking search. Now I'm going to go back to the slides. And so why do you want to come to the library? Well, first, it can save you time and stress. Apologies, I just made my notes disappear. Give me 1 second. There. So it can save you time and stress. Librarians can help you. Am I still? Okay. Apologies about that. So we can help you navigate complex databases and refine your research, and that makes your work more efficient. You don't have to struggle on your own. We have been trained in this and can help you navigate it all. We can also help you get better results. Library staff can guide you to high quality, credible sources that improve the quality of your assignments. So when AI gives you some weirdness, we can show you how to sort it out. Plus, we have stuff other places like Google would ask you to pay for. So if you remember nothing else from today, just please remember that do not pay $40 for an article you find on Google. We can help get it to you for free. And the library can also help with skill building. And so not only learning how to research and build citations, but critical thinking and evaluation skills that you'll use not just here at the university, but in your career as well. We're also here for you. Whether you're stuck or curious or you're just getting started, the library is a judgment-free supportive research. Your tuition dollars have already paid for all of this, so make use for it. We are literally here to help you succeed. Plus, we love hearing about what you're working on. We find it fascinating, and we'd be able to recommend things you might not think of. And so some of the things you could consider asking are for research help. So how to choose a topic, developing a thesis, deciding on keywords, determining on what kind of information you need, or learning specific search strategies. And then we can help you find stuff, locating books, articles, videos, primary sources, whether it's online or in the library itself. And if you need to find something, we are here to help you do that. We can also support citations and plagiarism education. So helping with citation styles and then discussing, why do citations matter and how to do it. And so we can also help you understand academic integrity and how to avoid plagiarism. It's not just part of the university's honor code, but it's how you prove that you've done the work on your own. We can also walk you through the tech and the tools. So how to use the library databases, how to use the printers, how to use the scanners, or any other tools you might find. We are also here for academic support. So finding course materials or just navigating what it's like to be at a university. And really anything else. If you have a question, we will help you answer it. It doesn't have to be school or class related. And if we don't know the answer, we will find someone who does. And so I know this was a quick look at what the library had to offer, and I do want to thank you for attending today. And now I'll have time for questions, both recorded and unrecorded. So if you've got a question, please go ahead and drop it in the chat, and I'm happy to take a look at that. And so let's see. I saw one come in. So, do certain librarians serve as a point of contact for different subject, or is it a generalist approach where any librarian can assist with a specific discipline? So we work at the UDC library on what is called the functional model. So any librarian can help you with any subject question. That said, our librarian, Chris Anglum, has been working with the business school for so long. If you're in the business school, people tend to go to him. There tends to be what's called a favorite librarian effect, where once you find your librarian, we're happy to help you no matter what you need and no matter what program you're in. I personally have a specific history in media studies, so the digital media people tend to go to me, but any librarian can assist with any question. Our reference librarians also do things like assessment. I am the outreach librarian. We have someone who focuses on our information literacy program. So if we think someone on our team is better suited to answer a question, we will direct you to them. I generally wouldn't be answering archive questions, but I'd be happy to direct you to our archivist who is much more trained in that than I am. And then, does the library offer laptops for classes or projectors? Yes, that is set up through our media services desk. And what you will do is in 25 Live, when you find your room or wherever that is booked, you can go ahead and make a resource request for either a laptop or a projector, or we call them classroom carts. If you have questions about that, please go ahead and shoot our media desk an answer, and the information on how to contact them is listed in our Contact Us page. Also, under our media services page, under our services tab, you will see information about working with that. Is copying at the library no cost? Yes, our copying is free. We just ask that you be mindful. We have 2 machines, and they are the most well-used machines on campus, so they do get tired, particularly at the beginning of the semester. They're not just copiers, they are our printers as well. So when people are printing out all of their syllabi, the signs they're going to use to run for various offices on campus, or chapters from their textbook, the machines do get kind of tired and run out of toner quickly. So while it is free, we ask that you limit yourself to 50 pages a day. Can a learner print from a flash drive or from a PC? Both. You can plug in a flash drive directly to the machines, or you can log into any library computer and print from there. The only thing you cannot print from is a personal computer or your phone. They're simply not set up for the network that way, but you can log into any library computer or print directly from a flash drive if you have it. Any other questions? What is the length of time for a checkout of hard copy books? That does depend on if you are a student or a faculty member. Let me jump out of this real quick. So under our About Us, it's under Access, I believe. Wait, no. No, it's under policies. That's where you will find borrowing privileges. So for students, it's 42 days or 6 weeks. For faculty, it's 4 months with 3 due dates. So essentially at the end of every semester. So if you check out a book today, if you're a faculty member, you can have that until the end of January. And again, you can renew as long as no one else is waiting for the item. Now, if you request a book through interlibrary loan, that due date is set by the lending library. Generally, you get at least 2 weeks, but it does depend on the item. Very rarely, interlibrary loan items are only available. You can check it out, but you cannot take it home. Those are for very specific items, but that's a case by case basis. Any other questions? Okay, not seeing anything come in. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording in case anyone would like to ask a question unrecorded.